Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, On the Journey. This is Friday and the second day of posting. I thank you for watching this video. I thank you for coming to my video continuously and, consistently. I thank you for all of that. I know this community will grow a lot more within time. And I know in time, I'll get somewhere. So today's video is about perfection. Perfection of identity and self. So let me give you an example of me. I've always wanted to be perfect in a sense of emotional and psychological health or standards. When I was a child, around the grade elementary, I really like thinking. And yes, it's something that makes a child. They ask questions. They have very curious thoughts about what is and why it is, and that is could be your daily life and reality. It could be simply just asking why a car moves, all these different things. And to me, it kind of switched just like like went like that in my head when I was talking to a friend. And I actually remember what that switch was, and that was me thinking, why is she like this? Why is she? And I made it sound super cliche or something like, I don't know, but it's funny to me. But it's something that I hold still in my mind. I may not have like emotional attachment to it, but it's still there. It's the beginning of something that I recognize, was the start of something, a certain behavior or a certain set of pattern of thoughts, that makes me lead into questioning reality and why it is. The thing is, apologies, I had to cut out the video real quick because the thing was on. But back to the video. I just continuously kept thinking my own thoughts. That's all I loved to do when I was a child. I didn't ask my parents or family and friends, like, why does she act like this, or why does the sun rise up and go back down? Why does not that? I would just think to myself my own thoughts and question my own emotions and, what I am, who I am, what the world is, like literal reality itself. I'm not saying that I'm like a super intelligent, deep person. I think everyone can be a philosopher. I think everybody is. It just depends on what you think and how you move around the world. It's what your set of values and beliefs, and it's what they are. And for me, that was just seeking out wisdom. And that was a flip too. I was in middle school on the bus. I was looking out the window up in the sky, and I can just remember like wanting to be wise. I didn't know what wisdom was at the moment, but it just popped into my head. I want to be wise. I want to be in control. I want to be a thinker. I love thinking. I love questioning my reality continuously. and finding new thoughts in my thoughts and questioning those thoughts and having a conclusion in them so amazing and so like like it's like a curtain opened and you can see everything in the back. Having those kind of thoughts and conclusions of my mind and looking deeper into that yet again, coming up with more and more things and really figuring out who I am and why things are. And then that delved into wanting, why do I behave why do I behave like the way I do? Why do I think the way I do? And it went to a deeper, bigger rabbit hole than it already was. And that was amazing. It was I took so much joy in that. And it's just a part of me now. It's just who I am. It's funny because I'll get to the point, okay, I'm just explaining the timeline and stuff. And then wanting to be wise and understanding why I am, I went into a rabbit hole that was just not so good. I thought I had an ego, yes, I had pride in like, oh, I'm better than everybody else. But I was blinded by my own thoughts and emotions that, I'm better than a lot of people. All these people don't know, or like, I have more emotional self-control and mental self. But in reality, I was just still a child. I knew nothing. I only asked myself these questions. I only came to conclusion to my own, ways and with my own resources, which were my thoughts, and using them again and again. But then you have to remind yourself that two minds are better than one. I didn't have that. I was too arrogant and ignorant. That's something that you do not want to be in, because then that isn't wise. It's not wise to not ask questions. It's not wise to not have help. It can be in any way. And so that's something for you to take. And then that led me to be wanting to be perfect. Back to it again, perfect. I want to be in absolute control of my own emotions, of myself. But of course, that's impossible, no matter how hard we try. Unless we literally turn ourselves into robots and then, take our emotions away. But there's another way that it's possible to achieve, and that's through Jesus Christ. I had to say it. I had to bring this up because realizing this, it makes things a lot more easier. I think it makes things a lot more, like calm. It's like settled it. It's already set. I don't have to be perfect, but I should be striving for excellence and almost to perfection. And understanding how to get there is through Jesus Christ and His Holy Spirit. And He said in His Word that He created all things, that Jesus is perfect, God is perfect. And understand that being perfect is to be something that already has been. It might be a little confusing, but think of it like this. Jesus never sinned. Jesus already was, but is an expression through the physical and flesh of God's Holy Spirit, of God's being, of God's essence. And what is God? He's perfection. He's creator of all things. He's the creator of all things. He is reality. He is reality itself. He is everything that we see and feel around us that is good. And and then the bad is the byproduct of us. But other than that, You can't add nothing or you can't take away anything from God because He is perfect. He already was, is, and will be the same always for eternity. And that's something that you have to take and you have to accept that you can't be. There's always something you can take away and put in yourself, like a vessel. Inputs and outputs. Why are you doing that? Well, because you're not perfect. Well, because you are not this kind of person. We are born in a blank slate. We are born with nothing except for the gifts that God gave us. And when I realized this, it's just something that helped me with my anxiety. It didn't give me like a performance anxiety within myself and like, oh, if I don't do this perfectly, if I don't go throughout the day with that anxiety, I am just a loser. I'm still anxious. I'm still a sad person. I'm still weak. No, it's little by little. It's thought by thought, word by word, action by action, emotion by emotion, day by day, battle by battle. You know what I'm saying? Death to life with God. Something very important to take, and something very impactful and meaningful to me, that not being perfect is okay. Allowing God to be perfect, allowing God in your heart, in your temple, to be perfect, to set things right. Because of that love and mercy for us, if we are willing to accept Him and open up to Him, we are perfect. And that is true wisdom. That is true perfection. That is true control. That is true goodness. That is true righteousness. And understand that, yes, there's a lot of philosophers, there's a lot of scientists, there's a lot of strong people, very fit people. Understand that doesn't come from them. They don't have that. They have to build it. They have to have other people guide them. They have to have other people help them to become wiser, to become more knowledgeable in that niche or topic or profession. You can't be reinventing the wheel always, to a certain extent. It must come from someone else's past knowledge and life. And where did it all begin? Where did it all begin? Began with Adam and Eve in the Bible. You know, God said to them, don't eat from this apple. Name the animals. God gave Adam a name, and therefore Adam gave other things name. God told Adam to give animals names, and so he did. Because God gave him instruction, God gave him knowledge, God gave him a brain, God gave him life, He gave him a body. Nothing that we do is absolutely from us completely. It is only by the mercy of God and love of Him that we're able to influence the things, influence the reality, change it. Change it. He made us creators to a certain extent, to a certain power of reality of our minds, to do it in the physical, to do it in the emotional. The brain is the command. The emotion is the expression. The body is basically the machine that moves around. It's basically the thing that does what you want to do. Whether it be willingly or not. Understand? And you can take this advice and tell yourself, hey, you know, I have to be diligent and very, very extremely careful on what I think, what I eat, what I consume, media-wise, thought-wise, reading in books, everything. understanding what's coming in and what's coming out, and changing relationships in between those, improving relationships in between those inputs and outputs. Inputs in being, let's say someone says something very mean to you. You're ugly, you're skinny, you're fat, I don't care. Input going through the ear, processing in the mind and in the heart, and then it's your decision what the output is. Input and the insult goes in, and then your thoughts come up, your emotions come up, and then it's your decision what inputs of thoughts and emotions you put into the other input that makes the output of expression, that makes the output of conclusion in the mind of, it may be, oh, I don't like this person, I hate this person. This person is a cuss word, because I'm not going to cuss on this channel, but it can be another insult in the mind, in the feeling, and then you can express it again in the physical. What will it be? Will it be negative or positive? There's no in between. It's your decision. That's one way to use it. So, now what do? Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself to an extreme accountability that everything up to this point and in the future is up to you. Your reality is what you make it to be. And it may not be perfect, understand that, but it has to be excellent. It has to be to the extreme, to the best as possible. Continuously watch your thoughts, watch your feelings, write them down somewhere. Please write them down somewhere, please. I know I'm making these faces and I'm saying these words, but I'm serious. Write these down. Please write them down. Whatever it may be, write down your thoughts and emotions. Look at them through a paper, read them back to yourself, and understand that, man, my mind and my emotions lie to me. I make small things more complicated than it already is. We make our lives, we make ourselves, we make the situations and the circumstances more complex. We add complexity on top of it, which gives us burnout, which gives us the feeling of suffocation and chaos. It's okay to be you, but understand that you can't be the same as you were as a child or as a teenager. Because if you do stay the same, either you're maintaining or you're going down constantly. If you're maintaining, other people will go up and you're going back. You're actually decreasing. But if you are decreasing and other people go up, you're going to the negatives. Understand? And that's way worse. You could use that example in sports and mental and or emotional health. Maybe anything. But that, and then watch what's around you. Watch what's in your environment, in your room, in your house, your friends, family, your own thoughts, your own emotions. Watch what you think all the time. What comes up when you think of anything, literally anything. It could be washing dishes. It could be working out. It could be writing. It could be looking at somewhere randomly. What's going through your head? You have to be aware and conscious of every emotion and thought that you think. And that's how you become present in the moment and slowly get out of the anxious state that you might be in, that I know that I was. I was always stuck in my head. I was always stuck in my emotions. I was always fearful. But then I started to be more aware and conscious of who I am and what I am. And through there, I became more aware that this fear, hey, it's not real. My emotions aren't real. The logical thoughts that I think that aren't so logical, that are influenced by fear from the heart, is a lie. And so I know this was a long video. Whoever watches this and finishes it to the end, I applaud you for your patience, for your attention. A span, okay, you have focus, real focus. If I've been everywhere around this topic, then, you know, I have to work on that. But in the future, I will improve. I don't make promises. I don't like making promises because we're humans and we don't keep them. So I promise to not always keep promises. Okay, you know, might sound stupid and outrageous. Yeah, I promise you that I will continue to improve in my language, you know, vocabulary, helping you to digest what my thoughts are, even for the sake of myself, because sometimes I don't know. And that's the thing. So God bless, stay strong, stay prayed up. Okay, be safe. And I pray that God, at least, you know, you learn something from this. God helps you. And go to the books of Proverbs, to the Solomon's Proverbs, you know, or just read in the very first chapter, verse of the Bible, and question yourself from there. But make sure to pray, have faith, don't have an ounce of uncertainty or an ounce of doubt, as much as possible. Everything that you are right now, if it's not to the best thing that you want it to be, or the standard that you want it to be, it's okay. It's okay, it just takes time. It takes time. Just start somewhere, start small, and go up from there. It's only a matter of time. And that is my quote. That is my, I don't know, I forgot the word, but what I'd like to say is it's only a matter of time. It's already set. I know it's gonna happen because I believe in myself that I will achieve it. I'm not there now, but it's only a matter of time before I reach it. Understanding that my continuous action of improvement, of wanting, the desire, the drive to keep improving, it's only a matter of time before I reach that goal of becoming he who can. Understand? You may have a reality in your head, but it takes time. It takes time to be fully expressed in the physical. You're a creator, so create your reality. Create your own reality. You got this, I promise you. Just relax, take a step back, think, shut up, stay still, and persevere. God bless.